Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back to a Pokemon Unite video featuring Talonflame here in Master Rank, taking him in the jungle. I got a real treat for you guys. I'm putting down finally a Master's Guide how to play Talonflame. Every Talonflame video I put up, he does phenomenal. This one right here is going to probably be the best one overall, I think. People are actually starting to pick up other Pokemon or wanting to learn Pokemon now, so they're just like picking their favorite, what have you. Now, when it comes to Talonflame, I'm a darn good Talonflame. I hate to be like that, but I'm pretty good when it comes to this Pokemon. I think because I played him quite often, you know, when I first started playing this game. Before he got buffed, before, you know, he was super weak. Now you see him, it's generally, when you do see a Talonflame, he's either super good or, you know, really bad. I like to think I am pretty good instead of the other one, you know what I mean? It's a lot harder, his kit is a lot harder to play versus other Pokemon, because you have to go in with Talonflame. But, when you go in at the right time, you know how much damage you can deal with your boosted auto attack, you can clean up house. So what happens there when I acrobatics there, I jump in, I do a burst of damage, then I aerial ace on a target. Once you aerial ace, you get a boosted auto attack to follow up. Right away. So at the end of the day, you're doing all that damage in that quick succession. And don't forget, your boosted auto attack can't crit. This is why I run that scope lens. This is why I run Razor Claw. Or instances like that, they can't get away. They can't escape unless they have a Jack button or, you know, Lucario Dash or what have you. This Pokemon is so good when it comes to clearing jungle as well. In the early game, I think he has the fastest clear potential out of every other Pokemon. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is coming from a Gengar main, you know what I mean? So, I mean... Alright, hold on, wait, I forgot. Absol's also pretty good at clearing the jungle. But his ganks are kind of lackluster, especially when the enemy team knows you're around the area, you know what I mean? Like, they know, hey, he's going to come rotate. Let's say you're playing against a good team or what have you, like, you know, good random people. And they know you're going to rotate. It's a lot hard for you to get in there and get bees. Or pick off a couple kills. But, when you're playing Talonflame, what do you do at level 7? You get Fly. Fly has no counterplay. I hate to be like that, but this move has zero counterplay other than if you don't have a Jack button, or if you don't have a Lucario Dash, you're getting hit. And when you're getting hit, you get hit hard. Like, essentially this move reminds me of kind of like an Execute, because it does so much damage just up front personally. You can't really, how you say, like, attest for it, just because the burst is so massive. Now, you could argue Brave Bird does a lot of damage too, right? But it also puts yourself in that situation where you take damage from Brave Bird, and once you're in the fight, you're in the fight. Fly, you can jump in, get out whenever you want to, because you'll have your jet button up and or your Unite move or what have you ready to go. See, right here in that situation where I'm already level 9, so Absol is irrelevant to me right now. Like, absolutely irrelevant. Not saying the Pokemon's bad or whatever, but he's so far behind, it's not even funny. That Icicle Crush right there with that little stun really sealed that for me. It's very unfortunate. But again, in this situation here, I was very curious on what my team was going to do for its next move, because I'm sitting here at 1v3. I'm being that hero, I'm being the 1v3 Pokemon right now, and I'm getting kills for it, right? I'm getting triple kills, double kills, what have you. My team isn't doing Dreadnought. Now, in this situation, you have the right to be frustrated. But at the same time, keep this in mind, guys. This is a team game. This is not a 1v5. This is not a, I'm going to carry and be the best I can be. You have to work with your team to get objectives. You have to make plays with your squad to get objectives. Whereas right here, this Absol got a little bit greedy, right? Thinking he's going to get me. And again, I have a Jack button up. So it's a lot harder for certain people to read random Pokemon or read other players or what have you, especially when this is maybe your first MOBA, give or take, or maybe you're not so used to how much damage you deal or your opponent can deal. But once you play a Pokemon enough, you realize it, trust me, you'll realize how much burst you can do at every single level in the game with that Pokemon. Whereas this Absol player, Absol generally is an aggressive Pokemon, so I figured he was going to try to jump back onto me in that situation, so I Jack button out, puts himself in a really bad spot, and we kill him, no big deal. Now Dreadnought is open. Right? Dreadnought is free, technically speaking. I see Swinub going in the bush. Lucario's down here as well. I have red buff. We have Charizard and a, I always forget the bird Pokemon's name, but we have double red buff. He's not going anywhere. So this essential Dreadnought right here is free. Now keep in mind how long this first Dreadnought has been here. Right? what have we been doing? We've been putting pressure the whole entire time down here on this map. You know, you also got to keep in mind that this game is run on a clock. And as soon as that 2-minute mark hits right there, Zapdos will spawn. So if I'm down here putting pressure on the squad, right, they ain't doing anything of, they're not doing anything of getting ahead in the game. They're not going up there fighting Rotom. No, they're down here trying to fight me and the team. That's fine, because we were already ahead. So, I mean, at the end of the day, when we get this Rotom, I mean, not Rotom, this Dreadnought, what does that mean? We're way ahead, in that sense. Now, we get up there, we get the Rotom, we get the Dreadnought. We're looking pretty, right? We're sitting pretty good right now. So I'm pretty much free to do whatever I want, just because I am playing Talonflame. I can go fly over obstacles, I can Brave Bird, not Brave Bird, sorry, Unite Move. I can do whatever I want. Again, I'm in a situation where, crap, I'm in trouble. What do I have? New checkpoint. What do I have? Movement speed. And I have Fly. Absolutely ain't catching me, no matter what. You know, even if you wanted to Unite Move me, he wasn't catching me. Because Fly is going to nullify all that damage, because you can't target me when I'm in the air. Again, back on the whole, there's not very any counterplay to Fly. It's just that good. I feel bad for Absol, because I think he was probably looking for me in the jungle. Why? I don't know, because he can't 1v1 me. Now, to all you Absol players out there, you mains, whatever, you might be like, I'm sure I can 1v1, you know, Talonflame, right? You might be able to. You might be able to if you were actually ahead or in a position to 1v1 any Pokemon in the game, but right now Absol is pretty behind. A nice Sickle Crush right there. Again, second time Animal Swine froze me, or stunned me, whatever you want to call it. Very unfortunate for me in that outcome. But everyone gets 2, right? Don't look at it like that. Try not to put yourself in a situation like that. I was trying to help my team. I got CC'd. There's not much I can do in that situation. Now, take a look at the map here. Absol's on top. Rotom and Dreadnought here are in spawn, right? Where are we going? What are we going to do here? I'm taking my sweet time, getting my red buff. I see Snorlax is having trouble. Keep in mind, no one is starting Dreadnought in the bot lane. Well, my Snorlax is up here, my tank. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to help him out. And we're going to take out this Absol right here, because he's not going to get away from us. Snorlax is running Yawn and Flail. He's not going anywhere. And that puts us in a position to just take Rotom. Because I know the enemy team is not doing Dreadnought in the bot lane. So we're trying to burn this down before Zapdos spawns. But can we do it, though? Of course we can do it. Why wouldn't we be able to? All this burst damage up here. Crazy.
Final stretch.
So Rotom is moving on. We got Zapdos up. We're taking Bees. Now, majority of the teams, both squads, are in bot lane. Snorlax and I up here pooping on this top lane, no problem. Kill Absol again. This is the problem with Absol, in my opinion. He's just super squish when you run nothing but DPS items on him. Sylveon is in a bad situation as well. But hey, Fly, counterplay. Unite Move can't hit me. Well, Snorlax and I are taking this lead. We're going home with it. Sadly enough, Eldegoss gets back here to stop us from turning in, which is very unfortunate in that situation. We had so many points just to drop right there. But my team here, we end up stopping Absol, Sylveon, Eldegoss. That means that in the mid lane is 3v3. With Charizard running around with his ultimate, we have Cramorant down here. So much crowd control, so much raw damage. But their DPS is what? Where were they at? In the spawn.
You're on fire! What a goal!
And we did that just because we were playing super aggressive. They had to deal with us. They had to contest Snorlax to myself. Otherwise, we were dropping 100 points right then and there between us both. Now, you could argue that I got super far ahead. I did. But I got super far ahead by playing with my squad. Not trying to play solo, 1v5. But in this situation right here, I see what my Snorlax is trying to do. And I shouldn't necessarily be here still. But there's nothing else that we can do in this game. Because we already got Zapdos, 30 seconds left. What else are we going to do? I'm going to help my Snorlax out. And I get stopped. Frozen again, one more time by Memo Swine. Third time's the charm, boys. Don't disrespect Memo Swine. I'm sorry, Memo. I didn't mean to say you were bad. My bad. But, you know, it is what it is, man. I had a fun time playing this game. I got to learn a lot playing Talonflame. The reason why I say that is because not a lot of people realize and respect the amount of damage that you can deal. And that's what I learned today. Playing Pokemon you don't see, all the time, people don't really know how to counter you. It's just the way it is.
You win!
Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'm going to take a look at these skills here with you guys. I'm going to give you guys my opinion and what I choose to play with and what I don't choose to play with. and we'll go from there, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to smash that like button. Appreciate it. It's been really helping me out, man. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna head out. Hey guys, how you doing? Thank you guys for tuning in and watching that Talonflame, video there. I appreciate you guys, man. That was a very, very intense game. Like, I was all over the place. I was getting kills left and right. Very aggressive. The way I enjoy playing Talonflame. The only way Talonflame can be played properly, in my opinion. But we're gonna dive right into the build, my own choices, and why I choose them. Let's go ahead and look at his abilities right now. So everyone knows everyone gets a basic, enhanced auto attack on the third auto. Everyone knows that. Now, my passive ability is Gale Wings, so when the Pokemon's at high HP, its movement speed is increased, right? It's not that great, right? It's pretty good, but I mean, there's other passives in the game right now that I think are pretty strong, but I think Talonflame is still up there, personally. So your first ability here, you get Peck. Now, you choose either Flame Charge or Aerial Ace, right? Let's take a peek at them, alright? So I generally never take Flame Charge, that's just me. I don't feel like it's worthwhile. I mean, it's okay. It gives you like a short little dash and increase your movement speed for a little bit. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's not that great either. If you land this ability on someone, right? Your basic attacks like ignore a little bit of the opponent's defense. I mean, it's alright. It's pretty good. Now, Aerial Ace, this is your bread and butter, always. So essentially, you get a lock-on ability, kind of like Charizard's little what do you call it? A Flame Charge, kind of like that. But you can't dash unless there's a target in front of you, right? Now, when you deal damage with this ability, your next attack becomes boosted. So let's say your auto attack, you auto attack, right? Then you boosted auto, then you Aerial Ace again, you get another boosted auto. The burst damage with this is insane, especially if you crit on either one of these. It's pretty nuts, I'm not gonna lie. I always take Aerial Ace for that reason, just because unpredictability for your opponent. Like, sometimes your opponent tries to duel with you and they don't realize how much damage you can deal with Aerial Ace with boosted auto attacks, and then they get killed. I mean, what are you supposed to do in this scenario? Then you get the what? You get to level up, you get to be ahead, and everything else. Sorry about the cat. Acrobatics is your second ability, or your first ability, depending on which one you take first when you start the game. I would advise you to take Acrobatics, no matter what, when you're clearing jungle. It's just incredible damage, it's super fast clear. I think he has one of the fastest clears in the game, like hands down. So you have Fly or Brave Bird, right? We all know what Fly does. I always take Fly. I think this ability right here itself has no counterplay whatsoever. You just fly up in the air, you pick your spot when you want to land, you do free damage. Now the bad thing about this is if you jump into a don't be silly, right? Don't just take Fly and just jump into a 5v5 fight and think you're just gonna kill everybody. No, it doesn't work like that half the time. Because generally speaking, this does so much damage, but at the same time you land on a 5v5 fight. Most of the Pokemon, give or take, might have a buddy barrier or whatever, so you might just jump in there and just get killed, You want to go straight for them squishy targets. Like, if you're flying in the air, you're going around maps and stuff, go straight for the squishy targets every single time. Regardless, be selfish about it if you have to. If you can get another Pokemon out of team fight before team fight starts, do it. Now we can either take Brave Bird here as well, over Fly. Some people like Brave Bird. I don't generally enjoy it. I think it's okay. Now you do take a little bit of damage once you Brave Bird, hence the move Brave Bird. But at the same time, you get to do a boosted auto attack just like the other ability Aerial Ace. And it also can reset the cooldown of Flame Charge. Or Aerial Ace, depending on which one you have. It does a nice burst of damage, it really does, but it really puts yourself into the fight. Whereas Fly, you can just get out whenever you want to, or go in whenever you want to. You can do the same thing with Brave Bird a little bit, but Brave Bird is more so, the range is not as great. You know what I mean? And mobility is not as great. That's just me. Now your Unite move, this ability is pretty good. Sometimes I just use it just to get Pokemon off the objectives, generally, or try to get a Pokemon off away from my team. It's not necessarily like, I'll finish or KO type ordeal, but it does its work, right? Item-wise, these are self-explanatory for me. I always take Scope Lens, no matter what. Just crit damage, crit percent, it's just crazy good not to have. This is the one that's up in the air for a lot of people. And hear me out. Couple this with your passive ability, you always have, general amount of good of HP. So your passive ability always gives you that movement speed because you're a pretty bulky Pokemon, essentially, you have more HP, right? This is the way I look at it. Now, at the end of the day, like I said, when you're going in with Brave Bird and or Fly, you need to have some HP to survive. And this is the way I look at it, because it gives you a little bit of HP when you get too low, starts healing you, which is fantastic. Now Razor Claw, this item put into this game as of late, you know, the last new item patch we got, best item hands down on Talonflame. Like, without a doubt. If you fly on somebody, you Brave Bird on somebody, they don't go away from you. They cannot run away from you unless they have eject buttons. Only way to counter Brave Bird, only way to counter Fly is eject button. Or Lucario's dash. Other than that, free damage. Once you land, they're slowed, they can't get away. Phenomenal. But hey man, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning into this Talonflame video. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Please smash that like button. I appreciate the algorithm. You guys have been helping me, you know, conquer as of late. This has been Pawseplays. I will catch you guys in the next video. I'm gonna head out. Y'all enjoy yourselves.